Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, today we're just going to be doing a bit of work on the project Civic today. As you saw in the last video, I upgraded the brakes. So I put 262 size discs in calipers on. I put the Intima brake pads on, bred the whole system and everything. I damaged the ball joint a little bit while hammering it out, so I had to shave off the tip and put a nut on there, but the nut's sort of not really grabbing on, so I'm a little bit worried it's gonna pop off. So I managed to head off to Elizabeth Racing and grab myself Hardrace roll center ball joints. So here they are. So not really cheap, 233 bucks this cost me. So pretty much what this does, it keeps your lower control arm nice and straight, because when you lower the car, it's your control arm's going either down or up, so this ball joint keeps it nice and straight. So yeah, pretty handy for handling, so your tire doesn't roll over on corners. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be putting this in there. So first thing to do is to jack it up, take off the wheels. Should be a pretty simple job since I've already loosened all the nuts and nothing's going to be rusty. So the car is all jacked up, safely on stands. Wheel nuts are off, get the wheels off, shove it under the car for extra safety, in case the jack stands fail. Same thing the other side, straight under. Okay, so the wheels are off. Got my black mat down here now because I'm a little bit older and wiser. I don't work on the floor where twigs and rocks are on my back. So pretty much here it is. There's the ball joint. So pretty much the plastic got caught in there. Okay, so that's the ball joint, and like I said, I've just got a random nut holding it on. So I don't feel really safe driving the car around, so pretty much we're just going to replace it. So I'm going to start by trying to do it on the car, and if that doesn't work, then we end up putting the whole spindle back off. Okay, so I've taken off the lower ball joint bolt, so everything's moving pretty freely now. See, have a look at that. I can pop the ball joint off. So I'm gonna tap this off, tie rod too, so I can get a bit of movement. Hopefully I don't damage this one too. Right, so I've had to actually crack the dry shaft bolts because I'm going to need to take it out. So what I did was I just got my jack and I just slid it on here like this. and that's enough leverage to actually crack the nut if you put a screwdriver in between this caliper and the disc just to stop it from moving. Alright, so pretty much everything's loose. I can get the hammer, tap the shaft out, tap the shaft out, and there we go. Watch out for the boot. Alright, so that should give us plenty of space now. Plenty of space now to actually get a tool onto there. So there's our ball joint, and we're going to be wanting to press it up. So the dry shaft was in the way anyways, which we had to take out. Alright, so I've taken the boot off. It doesn't seem to have any circlip at all. The new one came with a circlip, so not too sure. Alright guys, so just a quick update. I've got this ball joint kit here. So it comes with all these little sleeves and comes with a little G clamp. You just hook it up and it pretty much just squashes it together. But the issue here is that the hub, yeah, it's not allowing the tube to sit flush, which is making it a little bit hard for me to crack the bush. So it keeps sliding, it keeps going on an angle and it keeps sliding from one way to the other. I can't get enough of a grip to actually crack the bush when I'm applying pressure upways. So it looks like I'm gonna have to bloody take the spin. Alright, so the spindle is out. I didn't want to take it out. I tried my best, but yeah, I just kept grinding and grinding away, but the this little adapter is just not sitting in straight because of this little bit here. You know, it just doesn't give enough space. So taking the spindle out. Alright guys, just a quick update. I managed to get the ball joint off by using the tool. I ended up just fitting it all together. Now that I have the spindle out of the hub area, I managed to sort of get a bit of angle. So it was a little bit better than it was actually on the car. So I fitted all the tools up. So obviously this one goes here, and then you got your bearing, you got your ball joint that goes through there. You know, I use this one to actually push the ball joint out. So pretty much like a G clamp. Just turn this, and then it'll just apply pressure straight out through here. So I guess I'll just give it a bit of a clean up, get rid of all the metal shavings and stuff like that, and then we'll go ahead and put the Hardrace ones in. Okay, so the Hardrace ball joint is in. I've just slid it in. I'm gonna put a little bit of moly grease just to help it on its way. Not too much, just enough. So you pretty much want to find one of these little cylinder, and you want to make sure that it sits on this little ridge here, not actually on the boot. So it's going to sit there, and I'm going to get the clamp, hook it up on top here, and then we're just going to squash it down. So this is what I mean. So we're going to be screwing it up this way, and then it's pretty much going to push down this ball joint into the hub assembly, and then we should be able to see a little cutout for the circlip there. Couldn't tighten it with the tool because it was too hard. I didn't have a table or a vise, so it was really hard for me to turn the tool. So what I ended up doing was the old school way. to my cylinder. Just put it over. Good. And then I just started tapping the top with my big heavy hammer here. I just tapped it around about 4 times and then just went inside. Yeah, it's not the right way, but I'm running out of light here. So there we go, enough space for that circlip that's supplied with the new part, and I'm just going to box her up now. I've mucked around so long with this, and that was the only possible way I didn't want to hammer it, because I didn't want to damage it. It's a pretty expensive part, you know, 230 bucks for 2, but it is what it is. Okay, so that little circlip is on there with my circlip tool here. So that's on. So what that's left now is pretty much just to put the disc back on, box everything, disc back on, calipers, box everything back up. So yeah, sometimes it's not, you know, not just a quick and easy job. Even though I had, you know, specialty tools, yeah, it was a little bit tricky than I thought. Okay guys, so this side is all done. We're just going to go ahead and smash out the other side now. Alright guys, so I think the plan of attack on this side is what we learnt from the other side. I'm not even going to muck around doing it on the car. So I'm just going to take off the bloody spindle again, and then I'm just going to pretty much just use the hammer again. I know it's not really conventional, but yeah, I'm just going to use the hammer again and just smack it out. Alright, so here's the ball joint that we're going to be taking out. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to smack it out, because like I told you, the tools that I have, it doesn't fit into this little groove here as you saw on the other side. So I'm just going to quickly smack it out because I don't want to spend too long on this project here. So I'm just going to do it the wrong way. I'm going to smack it out, take this bit off, smack it out, and then put the new Hardrace one in. Right, so what you want to do with this thing is a circlip here. So you get your little pick, and then you just lift this little circlip here. Careful don't damage the boot, because you might need it if you damage the other boot. So you just lift it up like that, and you work your way around. Be careful don't wreck the boot, because you might need it if you damage the new Hardrace ones. And then yeah, it should just pop out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I need 2 hands, so I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so the pin is out. I mean the clip's out. Just pull this little dust seal off. We're gonna wash the grease out of that. That's pretty handy to keep, because the boots always fail, or when you rip them on another car. Alright, so wipe this grease away. What we're gonna do now is find a socket to fit on that, and then I'm going to smash it out that way. Alright guys, I know it's not the right way, but it's the quick way. Yeah, I found a 30mm half-drive socket there, so you just put it here like this, and you just smack it. I've tapped it a couple times already, and you can see it's already cracked the ball joint loose, so I'm going to go ahead. I need 2 hands, I need to hold it here, and I need to smack. Alright guys, we have success. The ball joint is out. This 30mm half-drive socket fits perfectly in here. Look at that. So just goes on there, smack it out. It's sweet. So I'm gonna go ahead. I always hit this with a bit of sandpaper just to get rid of the rust and stuff, the degreaser, and then we'll go ahead and put the new Hardrace films on. Alright, so we've given this a bit of a clean. So this is the last ball joint. So we'll just sit this in here, and then you can either smash it directly on here, or you can get something soft, like a little socket or something. Sit that on there and smash all the way down till this is flush with the housing here. Okay, so what I just did was just smacked it down with a hammer. I didn't do that much of a damage, so smacked it just so it sits nice and flush here, and you can see I got space for the circlip here. So what that's left now is just to put the rubber boot on like that, put the clip on and put the circlip on, and then we'll go ahead and throw everything back into the car. Okay guys, so everything is in, circlip, another clip, a clip, and just dummy fitted the nut onto there, so it is on. So all that's left now is just to pretty much throw it into the car. Alright guys, so pretty much everything is all in. The bolts are all tight here, tie rod, ball joint down here. So just got to put the caliper assembly back on, wipe all the grease off the disc, tighten up the dry shaft bolt, put the pads back in, and then I'm just going to double check everything that I took off, all the bolts. I'll just give it a quick nip up, and then put the wheels back on and take it for a test drive. Right, so before I box everything up for good, put the caliper on and the wheel, I just wanted to show you the actual difference between the OEM and Hardrace items, so you can check out the difference. Look at that. So that's pretty much what you're paying for. This makes up the variance between when you lower it and raise the car. So pretty much the arms, they just stay flat. It helps with cornering, tire wear, all that stuff. So yeah, that's the difference. Look at that. You can physically see the difference. That's what you're paying for. These brake pads have been performing so good. So highly recommend these Intima brake pads with the DBA rotors. Alright guys, finally the Civic is on the ground. The Hardrace ball joint correction kit is on. So I'm just packing the tools away here. I'm going to take the car for a quick test drive around the block. Alright guys, so we just picked up the car from Tire Choice. Before I just give a quick feedback on what I think about the Hardrace ball joints that I just put in after the wheel alignment. I reckon so far so good. I've just been driving it for about 10 minutes now, and what I can notice that it doesn't follow the road as much as it used to. It now just stays straight and it's way more solid. Before you used to hit a bump and it just bounced left and right, but yeah, now it's just perfectly straight, so it must be doing its job.